here again, and today we are talking about all things self-awareness. So self-awareness is one of those hot topics in the leadership realm world these days that a lot of people are talking about. And often when I go into teams and we talk about self-awareness, most people, probably me included, are like, oh yeah, I'm self-aware. I know myself pretty well. I know I have, this issue or that blind spot. But I find that often the process is potentially more complex and in-depth than we give it credit for. And I see, especially when I go in and I do things like personality assessments, and we kind of really engage in understanding how people tick and how they're wired, there's kind of 4 steps that I often see take place. And the first step is that self-discovery process. And some people don't even ever go on this process where they seek to learn about themselves, to grow, to even take a personality assessment and say, okay, now how am I wired? How do I tick? That kind of thing. What are my blind spots? That first kind of like, am I willing to even kind of look in the mirror and discover some things I might not know or might not even like about myself? And then, of course, the second process is moving into that self-awareness piece, where we say, okay, I see this, I can see this not only on paper maybe, but I can see this play out in my relationships and my work life. And then moving kind of a blurred line often is the second and third process of self-awareness to then self-acceptance. And I was working with someone one time and they said, yeah, I totally get it. I understand. I often react out in anger. I'm short with my emails, short with my communication. And their self-awareness was there. They saw it. They saw the anger. They admitted, but they weren't able to move into what I'd say is kind of self-acceptance, where they say, hey, I understand I have an issue here or a problem here. I accept it. I accept reality. And now I need to move to the last step, kind of, okay, action, self-action. What do I want to do about it? And so oftentimes, especially when I'm working with assessments and working with different kind of coaching people on different team dynamics or whatever it might be, it's often a process I'll describe, because usually where people get hung up or they say, okay, yeah, I can look in the mirror, or maybe I don't even want to look in the mirror, but maybe I don't want to accept reality. Maybe I don't want to admit it's a bigger problem than it is. And so often kind of piecing it down in kind of smaller chunks help people to dig in a little bit to, okay, this self-awareness, it sounds good. I hope I'm doing it, but am I, and where might I be at in the journey? So hopefully some kind of more little practical tips to dig you and maybe your team even a bit deeper on the whole topic of all things self-awareness. So until next time, see you soon.